Hello, am I here? I know we've got a couple of people waiting on us right now. Okay, and just right on cue, the dogs are going to put on a little show for
I
us.
chose Brenda's cleaning because even during the COVID times that we had, I always felt comfortable when they got here because they
Give me
came
a
in
second
with
to
their
figure out what
masks
that
on
is.
and they had gloves on their hands. They have a certain way that they do all the cleaning of the surfaces, and I know they're disinfecting and all the things that they're supposed to.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay. So that's actually good news, I guess. So I'm watching this stream with another account. I just like it's a quality control thing for me. And I want to make sure, it looks like I'd like for it to look so you guys can enjoy it. And make sure I've got everything. Oops, which means I need to mute everything. Give me a second here. And of course, this is Richard calling me right now, even though I'm sure he can look at the clock and see what time it is. He should be on his way home. So I do hope that he'll be here for at least part of the stream today. So hello to everyone. I hope you're staying in where it's cool and comfortable for you. I do want to get started right away. I have a guest on my stream today. I don't know if I've told her this, but I really kind of want to take her under my wing and see if I can just pull her along with me on this YouTube ride we're on together. There's just something about her channel that really speaks to me. She has a big family. I think that may be part of the appeal. She's outdone me with how many little ones are in the family, but still just very family themed and just happy, motivational, inspirational opportunity for anybody who happens to come upon them on YouTube. So I would really love to help her as a community and help her myself to grow her channel, see where she can take it, because she just really has a lot to offer. So I'm going to bring her up. This is Hannah coming up from Step by Step Family.
Hello.
And in the chat, this will be true for the whole stream and for any stream. If you have questions for one of us, put a question in the chat. It might help if you would use like the little question emoji so that we'll catch it, because I don't know how busy the chat might get. So if you've got a question for us, we'll go. But I'm just going to kind of get started here. And my first question for you, Hannah, is going to be, when did you start your channel?
I started it in December of 2021. So just about 7-8 months ago.
And had you been thinking about starting one for a long time before then, or was it okay?
Yes, for several years, actually, probably 3 to 4 years.
Okay. When you first got the bug, when you first thought you might want to have a YouTube channel one day, what was the catalyst for that?
I just felt like I should do it. And I remember watching other people, but I just always felt like I've always wanted to reach the world and encourage and motivate and help people, especially like parents and moms. And I just never jumped, it's that, like, I'm sure what kind of holds all of us back from doing it is like, we don't know how to do it at first. And we're scared to fail and scared to do something out of, that's in uncharted territories. And finally, I woke up one day and I said, it's time. It's time. And my husband was like, I agree. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to think of the name. And then I was like, I got the name. Let's start it. And within a couple days, I set everything up and just started recording.
Nice. And what's your first video?
Our first video is we baked. It was like it was probably a week or two before Christmas. I think it was about a week and a half before Christmas. And we were baking white chocolate cookies.
Okay. And so I'll just use that kind of as a segue into sharing how I started my YouTube channel. I too had been thinking about it for at least a couple of years, but only because we have a Facebook page. We have a Facebook business page. And on that page, we would routinely share videos of the animals here and just events and experiences that we had. And friends would say to me, y'all should have a YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, you should put this on YouTube. And I knew nothing about it. It was very intimidating to me. I thought it would be just too much work. I was working full time at the time too. So that, it was a lot harder to do before I retired. So when we were getting ready to have our first set of goslings, the first set of goslings that was going to hatch here, is that right? Who was hatching? No, this was Scully incubating duck eggs for me. So last year at Easter, in March last year around Easter time, my senior goose in the flock was incubating duck eggs for us. And I'd been posting on the Facebook page, and I thought, you know what, just for kicks, I'm going to put a little video. We have the smart cam surveillance kind of cameras out in the pen, and I had them on the nest so that I could watch. And I just captured a little 30-second clip. I put it on. It didn't do much. Not a lot of people knew about it, but I just thought, what a fun little way to test it, and it was obvious to me that a lot of our content would be animal related because our home business is animal related, and that's just a big part of our life. It's a passion of ours. And it just went from there. So, I'm kind of with you on that. And I just can't help. I watch your videos sometimes and I'll see the kids and think back to stories when I would go grocery shopping when mine were little. And I would I had 4 kids in 5 years. I would have one shopping cart full of children. Now, whoever was oldest, when they got old enough that they could walk, the oldest one could take a turn walking beside that buggy, and the other 3 had to be in the buggy. So I would be pushing or pulling a buggy of children while I pushed or pulled a buggy full of groceries. It was like a 2-hour ordeal. I just learned to take my time. I decided very early on that God sent me children and very close together to remind me to not feel so rushed all the time. And I was always tickled at how many people, every time I was out someplace with all the kids, I don't remember it happening so much when it was, me and their dad, but when it was just me, people would come up to me and say, and ask me, are those all yours?
Yeah.
And I would say yes, but then I would, in the back of my mind, be wondering who would do this if it wasn't because they had to. Oh no, I'm just babysitting. And I thought, hey, let's just load all these kids up and do a 2-hour trek to the hypermart to buy a week's worth of groceries. So I watch some of your little videos, and it just takes me back to the time when my kids were little, and I know about the hustle and bustle and all the laundry that you have to do, and that you are pulling off creating some very fun and motivational and just high quality videos in the middle of that. Is blowing my mind because I just don't really feel like I hit my stride until I retired at the end of April this year. So let's see. I'm going to check the chat and see who else I've missed. Hi, Rebecca. And let's see. Does anybody have a question for Hannah? And I didn't ask her ahead of time, if anything was off limits. I know I'm curious about, what is your husband's name again? Toby? Toby. So yep. I'm curious about how you guys met.
Work.
What kind of work were you doing?
Okay, so I used to work for a distribution center. And so I actually did kind of like manly work. So I order filled, and that's where we first met. So when we first met, though, we were just friends. And it was probably about 2 years later that we actually reconnected and started dating. Or maybe even 4 years. There was a long span where we didn't talk at all. And then all of a sudden we just started. And that's where Step by Step family comes from, because we are a blended family. So I have my 4 oldest girls, and then I have the 2 youngest, which are Toby's. And so we're a blended family.
Sweet. And he is not originally from the United States, right?
Nope. He is from England.
Okay. So I haven't seen him or heard him talk on a video yet. I haven't watched all. I've run playlists for you to get you some watch hours, but I haven't been where I can sit and watch them all and listen to all of them. So I haven't heard him talk yet, but I would imagine that the 2 of you together, because you definitely sound Southern.
Very much.
He definitely probably does not sound Southern. Right?
He's so far. Sometimes I'll say a British accent and I'm like, okay, your turn. Do a Southern accent. He's like, no.
And do his kids have what do they sound like?
Okay, so Tyler actually is starting to get a little bit of an accent. Like when he says car, he'll say "caw." And I mean, there's a few words that he just, I mean, because he's at home with us. So all he knows is us, and he's around me and Toby all the time. And so, and he totally looks up to his dad. He is such a daddy's boy. But so, like, there's certain words that he picks up on and he just repeats it. It's actually really cute.
Sweet. And I understand there's a whole lot more estrogen in your house than testosterone.
Oh, yeah. There is 5 girls and 2 boys.
Do you have pets?
Is that right? 5, 6, 7. No, 6 girls.
Okay.
2 boys. We have sugar gliders.
And are they boys or girls?
We have 2 girls, 2 boys.
Oh, I was going to say maybe that would help balance out the hormones, but no such luck, right?
No, but you know what, though? I feel like God knew that I could only handle one boy because he's the sweetest little guy. He's the best little guy, but he's all boy. He has so much energy. I swear he has more energy than all of us put together. When he's awake, it's a constant just going.
Yeah. And so where is he in the birth order of everybody?
He's number 5.
Okay. Next to last.
Yep.
Okay. So he's got that going for him too. When's his birthday?
In September.
Okay. So not a summer baby. Sometimes those summer babies too.
He'll be 3 coming up.
My third of 4 was a boy. I had a girl and then 2 boys. And then the last was a girl. And Gerald, my third one, I used to joke with people, but it really wasn't much of a joke that he had a standing appointment at the minor emergency center every weekend because somehow he would get into a pickle and hurt himself. I mean, I used to sing a lot, and he broke his collarbone at a wedding one time. He got a concussion one time at a funeral. So this would be like after the wedding or after the funeral, and then people are just standing around talking, and then he's just goofing around, climbing on things. And we went to the mall one time, and those survey people, I don't know if this is still a thing because I don't go to malls anymore, but there would be these survey people just standing around in the mall, and they would say, do you have a minute to answer a couple questions about something? And as I was saying to this lady, I have to keep moving. You know, you just got to keep moving. You can't expect the kids to still and stay out of trouble. As I'm saying to her, no, I'm sorry, I've got to keep moving. Gerald fell off of the railing of these stairs that went up this little step. It was just like little 5 steps up to another level in the mall, in the, you know, the big aisle of the mall. Fell and cracked his head open in the back. So, but the good news is that he really found a way to channel some of his energy and I don't know what other words to put on it when he went into the Marine Corps, because there's no goofing around in the Marine Corps. I mean, I'm sure they goof around, but when you're learning to be a Marine, there's no goofing around. So I don't think he's hurt himself since. I don't think he's hurt himself since he joined the Marine Corps. So, anyway, so again, my goal is going to be, and I'm going to pull up your channel while we're here together. So let me get to this screen. And let's do this. All right. So this is Step by Step Family. This is Hannah's channel. I know shortly after I met her online, and it was just through another live. It was through another live chat, another live stream with someone. And I think she was probably at about 275, 280 subscribers. And I was just really anxious to get her to the 300 point just because I like even numbers. And obviously that's a nice little sign of growth. So she's at 316 subscribers. Obviously the goal I'd love to set for her is to hit that 500 subscriber mark. So she can get her community tab. I kind of feel like she'll be active on the community tab. And I know I have a lot of fun with mine. So if you have not checked out Hannah's channel yet, please go give her a watch. I don't know why there wouldn't be something for everybody at her channel. I don't ever just say to sub for the sake of subbing, except when it's, you know, somebody needs 3 more subs to hit 1,000 or 2 more subs to hit 500. And I know it doesn't hurt. I'll let you guys see my subscription list here in just a little bit, because then you'll know a whole lot more about me when you see it. But again, I'd love to see her hit 500. Obviously that can't be done in a weekend, I don't think, unless she gets a mega viral video. But I wanted to point out that on her channel, she does offer a combination of video types. So she's got her longer videos, lot of motivational videos. She's been including us in her fitness journey here this past month or so. And then she's got shorts. I'll show you guys some analytics on the most recent short that I posted so you can understand what you can do with shorts. And she's got live streams. So just something, I think, to appeal to everyone. And she's definitely taking advantage of the various, ways that she can share and communicate with people through YouTube. But check out her family and check out her page. And as always, when you are interested in subscribing to anyone's channel, whether it's just because you're trying to help them reach another number and you really aren't going to be visiting a lot, I don't think that'll be the case with her channel, but always watch a video of over 3 minutes. If you can find a 3 minute and 1 second video, even watch that first. Always watch that first. I always watch a couple of videos. I'll typically watch a 3+ minute video, and then I will start a playlist, any playlist on the person's page. That's a tip for any of you. If for some reason you don't have playlists, hey, Shane, I just saw Shane came in. If you don't have a playlist, create a playlist, because those of us that are willing to help you with watch hours, that is so convenient for us. I can't tell you how many nights overnight I crank up somebody's playlist and I just let it run all night. So my apologies that I can't really sit and watch your, 3-day, 9-hour, 17-minute and 14 seconds worth of videos that are in that big master playlist. But you're going to see the hours showing up in your analytics. And as you get closer to that 4,000, I'm telling you guys, you're going to be hungry for anybody that will crank up a playlist for you and get you some watch hours. Because for me, that was harder. I hit my 1,000 subscribers relatively early, but I didn't have a lot of watch hours. I had not been doing lives. My first live was the one I did last Friday. Aside from the live streams from the Duck and Goose Pen, which I'll show you those stats too, because they still support the assertion that lives are where you can get a lot of watch hours. So check out Hannah's page. Give her some likes on some videos. YouTube will start noticing her more and more when they start seeing that people are showing up at her house, quote unquote, and looking at what she has to offer. And then when you find a video you like, please give her, click that subscribe button for her. Because again, I want to, whether she realizes it or not, I want to bring her along. I want her to be chasing my coattails here as soon as possible. So welcome again to everybody that's already come in. I know I welcomed some of you in a little comment early on, but I'm trying not to squirrel too much. Shane is here. Drunken Chef is here. Thank you for moderating for me, Byron. And any more questions for Hannah? Let's see some questions in the chat. Hannah, do you have any questions for me?
I do. You said that you used to sing.
I did used to sing, yes.
So where all did you, I know you said you sing at, because I sing too. And so where did you sing at whenever you were
I grew up singing in church, so that's where it started. But then junior high, high school, I sang in the choir. I sang in the show choir. I was part of a group out of the Richland Hills Church of Christ that used to do tours all around the world. Did a 3-week concert tour of Ireland and Scotland. And at that time, I had been doing the local Opry circuit. For a long time, I had been singing at, again, funerals and weddings and awards ceremonies and banquets and things like that. And so my neat story about the Ireland and Scotland trip was that I had not been singing with that group for probably a year and a half or so. And I got a phone call, I think like on a Monday, maybe like a Sunday or a Monday, from the choral director at the church. And she said, okay, I know, we had this big trip planned, because I kept up with them. I just was not singing with them at the time. And she said, we're all good to go. And then she told me the names of a couple that I knew that was in the group, a married couple that was in the group. And I can't remember which one of them had a mom that had been suffering with an ailment, but she was not doing well and was not expected to live past, like another week. She was just She was not doing well. And so they decided they were not going to make the trip. So Charlotte said to me, I know it's last minute, but if there is any way you can make arrangements to go, we'll pay your way. We'll give you spending money. If you don't have a passport, we'll fly you to Houston and walk you through, because we've got a contact in the passport office in Houston, and we leave Saturday. So she called. So this is like, I get the call like on a Monday, Sunday or Monday. And they were going to be leaving the Saturday coming. So 5 or 6 days away. I got one rehearsal in with them on Wednesday, but she said, I probably don't have to tell you this, but you were my first thought, because I sight read, use it or lose it. I could sight read. I could sing pretty much any vocal part. And I was a very, very, very high soprano at that point. That was kind of what I was called on to do a lot. So Hallelujah Chorus, I would take whatever the highest note in the chord was at the very end. That always got to be my note. And she knew that I was doing solo stuff and that I had accompaniment tracks and that I was doing the Opry circuit. She said, I want you to bring everything you've got, because we're going to be doing some stops where we're going to showcase some of our soloists. And if you want to do country, if you want to do contemporary Christian, whatever you want to do, bring it. And it was literally the trip of a lifetime. Would still love to go back. And I've just recently, I don't know if you've seen any of the covers that I'm sharing on my channel, but I just finally decided, I actually decided this when our dog Bandit died in November last year. I thought, you know what? I need to find things that bring me joy. I need to be reminded of what brings me joy. And music brings me joy. Music is therapy for me. Music is math to me. And I'm a very nerdy math kind of person as well. And I thought, I'm my own worst critic, so I'm not going to beat myself up over how it turns out. I just want to share it because it does something for me. If people like it, great. And if they don't, great. So I've got some covers on my channel. If you're not doing covers on your channel, you might want to explore that, because I would totally be into that. Anyway, and I play piano too, but I haven't devoted any time to that in a long time. But I accompanied my high school choir at times, and I got to accompany 3 of the kids for UIL competitions, 2 in choir and 1 in band, which was really neat, because typically only judges get to be in the room during a competition. You can't have your mom sitting with you, but I got to accompany, so I got to be with the kids. So music has been a blessing for me in lots of ways, lots of times. When you see me glancing down, I'm just trying to keep up with the.
No, you're fine. I've been kind of looking a little bit too, just in case. So any other questions for me? Any questions about YouTube in general that I might know the answer to?
Man,
I should have. Okay, so I should have totally prepared questions, because I know that I'm going to have a lot. And I also want to say thank you for taking me under your wing, because I am excited about that.
Good.
And I really appreciate it, because I have learned so much even the last month and a half, but I know there's so much to learn. And you've made it to that official goal that we all have is to get our 1,000 subs, to get our 4,000 watch hours, be monetized. And so I'm totally excited to learn everything that you've learned so far, and everything I continue to learn. I'm excited to kind of soak that in as well. But before we got on the live, I've been chasing babies, so I did not get to write down all of the questions that I probably could have come up with.
Okay. Well, you've got my phone number, you've got my Facebook Messenger, and I won't promise to know the answer to everything. I'm still learning as well. I know there are people even in the chat now that have done this longer and know more than I know. But together we'll find the answer so that we'll both know. So
Runneth over Garden and Life said, what sort of music do you and I like to listen, or are we into?
So when I'm just listening to music, I like alternative rock. I'm big into, and I like the old, even like Soundgarden and The Cure, and I like that old stuff. But I also like 70s and 80s stuff that's just very nostalgic for me. I don't listen to a lot of country. I know some people think if you live in Texas, you just always listen to country music. I don't listen to a lot of country music. I like it. I don't think I've ever really been a big fan. I have some country artists that I like, but I kind of tend toward the alternative rock kind of stuff. I'm a big Elton John fan. Now, did she ask what we like now? Music are we into? So it's my favorite. If I have time and literally can just crank up, we have a phonograph, a record player. It is like I won a prize, some kind of luxury trip. If I really can have nothing to do for long enough that I can put an old vinyl LP on that record player and just be transported back to the first times I ever heard those albums. And wow, that's fun to think about that. And I haven't done that in a while either, so I'm going to have to make some time to do that. So I love the old Elton John stuff. I have lots of his old albums. First album I ever bought for myself was Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I think every song on the album is a masterpiece. I didn't keep up with him as much, starting in the early 90s. So but I'm a huge fan of like his 70s and into the early 80s work. How about you, Hannah?
I like almost every genre. Like I feel like I could have been born in like the 40s, the 60s, the 70s, the 90s, 2000s. I like alternative rock. I like some country. I like a lot of 90s. A lot of 90s alternative and on 90s pop. And I think that's just like whenever I grew up, that was like my happy place, But I like a lot. Now, the things that I like to sing generally is I like the older ones like Patsy Cline. And and then I like some of like the country ones like Dixie Chicks. And I also like today's Christian music. So I kind of am like all over the place. I just I appreciate music as a whole.
Yeah, it's healing and it's math. You put math and healing together, and what else do you need?
That's funny. I feel like we're the same person. Like, because that's me. I was just talking to because I'm going to start singing at sort of a local theater with one of my friends, and he's kind of like a mentor. And I was telling him 2 days ago on the phone, I was like, singing is just healing. Like, it's my happy place. Whenever I sing, everything just feels right. Everything goes calm, And so
I know very early on, even just as a little girl, it occurred to me that there are messages too that you can deliver through music that people might not be so willing to hear or process another way. So church, for one thing, again, I grew up singing in the church, and I just feel like there are some people that, not everybody's moved the same way. I know that, and the same kind of music doesn't appeal to everyone, but I think one of the best things to ever happen to music was contemporary Christian music, because the messages that they deliver, the messages in the songs are some of the same messages that many a pulpit preacher has tried to deliver from the pulpit. And it doesn't always, I don't know. I don't think it's as effective for some people. Again, maybe the people that aren't moved by music don't, feel like that. But I just think there are ways that you can teach and minister and heal and inspire and motivate through music that you can't always do through a speech or a lecture or, even just speaking some other way. So I made this comment when I first learned that Danny can sing. So Danny, I don't know if you know Danny Day's Homestead.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Danny has an unbelievably beautiful voice. And I don't know if Jen is here, but Jen from Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, she also can sing. And when I heard them singing one day, I thought, oh my gosh, we should do get together and do an old Andrews Sisters or the Supremes and do a live thing, and we'll work out our parts ahead of time, and we'll do a mini concert and do a song in a live stream. I just think that would be a hoot.
That would be fun.
So let's see. Any other questions? Oh, let me share my StreamYard link. Let's get this again. Okay, here comes the StreamYard link. Anyone is always welcome to come up and join us. So if you're considering live streaming, for one thing, I know one thing that really helped me most was joining on a couple of people's live streams, like clicking the link and then getting up in the chat and being up on the screen with people. It just made me accept that it's not so intimidating, and it's not, the tech is not so involved that I wouldn't be able to figure it out. So if anyone wants to come up and join us, you are welcome to join us. Again, this is Hannah. If you're just now coming in, this is Hannah from Step by Step Family. She has a very, very wholesome, interesting, funny, motivating, inspirational, and just real channel. And I encourage you to check it out. I challenge you to not find a video on her channel that you'll like, because I know you will. There's just all kinds of information there, and just good, clean fun. And with the crazy couple of years that we have all experienced together, I just think you've got to find ways to counter that with good. There is good in the world. There are good people in the world. And then Jocelyn says you should listen to country if you're in Texas. I mean, I do listen to it sometimes, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. So, all right. So any other questions? Pete's here. Hey, Pete. I'm going to try not to go squirreling too much.
Hi, Pete.
All right. So, Hannah, you can hang out with us if you want. I'm going to showcase a few other channels, and then I wanted to share some of my analytics with everyone. I'm still learning, too, how to use analytics to my advantage so that I can tweak things and determine what people really want to see most. But I thought for my first live stream, since we got our monetization set up and our memberships became available, I would showcase we have 3 members. We've had, like, the day that memberships became available, 3 people signed up and became members of the channel. And one of the perks of that is going to be that in each live stream I do, I'm just going to give them a shout out. I'm going to show you their pages and invite you to check them out and encourage you to support them, because these are all people that I have met through YouTube that have encouraged me, that have helped me get where I am. And I think, word of mouth is always the best advertisement. So the first channel I want to talk about is the Runneth Over Garden and Life. This is Nina and Boyce. Nina was my first member on my channel. And again, good, wholesome information, a lot of wisdom. I love that they together do a lot of videos. Y'all, I am still working on getting Richard comfortable with being on the camera, because he's a fun person and he's smart and he has a lot to offer, and he's got a lot of experience that I know a lot of you would relate to. I'm looking at what Gwen said about copyright laws. Gwen, I missed the early part of the chat about copyright laws. So if you want to post again, to copy and paste what you posted before, maybe, just so if there's something I need to share with everyone here, I can. But now back to Runneth Over Garden and Life. So just another great channel. They are now sitting at 611 subscribers. So I'd love, obviously, 1,000 is what I think, just like Hannah said, I think we all have the same goal, and we want to reach a point where we're being rewarded for the time and effort that we're putting into creating content and uploading videos. So I'd love to see them get to 750. I think I don't think that's too big a stretch. And I know for me, a lot of it, I just needed people to know about me. I wasn't paying to advertise anywhere. I'll show you my our business Facebook page. And that's really the primary place I was sharing videos and inviting people to check out the page. I did share some videos on Reddit over the last year or so. But for Runneth Over Garden and Life, again, great people, great content, and very consistent in what they're posting. So, check them out. Watch a video. When you find something you like, and you will find something you like, please subscribe and become a part of their journey that way and help get them to the next level. They have their community tab. They have their custom. Oh, I was going to ask you about that, Nina, because I don't see that you have your custom URL. Let me make this big just for a second. So that address bar, that address bar, it still just shows the original YouTube address. So I encourage you to go to your customize channel button and create your custom URL. It's just fun to have that, and it does feel like another step in the growing process. And I think yours was the only one of the three I'm going to share that didn't have the custom URL. So Nani, look into that and get your custom URL set up. So there's the first channel I wanted to share. Next channel I want to share, my second channel member was LB at Woman Outdoors. Again, a great channel, great person, military veteran, a couple of different branches of the military, even, believe it or not. And she's got some very practical and enjoyable content. She's also doing lives and longer length videos, at least a couple of shorts here and there. So taking advantage of that, YouTube has to offer that way. Let's see. I was going to look and see. Okay, so yes, Runneth Over Garden and Life has shorts as well. I don't know if you guys are doing lives. I have not caught a live. Maybe I can encourage and inspire you guys to do a live. I love going to people's live streams. I love it. It just feels so real. It reminds me of who it is behind the videos, and the connection is what is most enjoyable for me here. So back to now, Woman Outdoors, combination of different types of videos. She is at 793 subscribers. I don't think getting her to 800 should be too much to ask for. And if this is the first time you're hearing about her channel, then I'm glad you're here. I'd love for you to check it out. She can use your support. She deserves your support. Everyone here that has put time and money and effort and brain power into coming up with ideas and doing the filming and doing the editing and getting it uploaded and marketing it however and wherever you can deserves the support. There's a lot of just, I don't want to call it garbage, but that's the first word that comes to mind. I'm sometimes amazed at how I will find some wacko YouTube channel that just has stuff on it that I would never watch. It just doesn't appeal to me. Again, I know everybody's different. And they've got, 1.5 million subscribers and 12 million views or whatever. And I just, use that to realize that if we're putting out helpful things and encouraging things and educational things, don't we also deserve that kind of support? Don't we also deserve that kind of a following? So check out LB at Woman Outdoors. Give her some likes. Give her some love. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get her at least to 800. Okay, that's not asking much at all. And now I'm going to go to my third channel today, Ordered Steps. I met Ordered Steps through a Tuber Chat live stream. Precious, precious, precious. This is among the most authentic, channels I think there is out there. She shares just her life, her experiences. She lives with a disability, but I'm telling you, it does not slow her down. It doesn't stop her, and it has not crushed her spirit in any way. So she is an inspiration to me. Again, she's got, lots of different kinds of videos. She's got, I'm going to see if she's done any live streams. I haven't caught a live stream for her. So no live streams, I guess, not yet anyway. I'd love to see her do a live stream too. I just feel like she's the kind of person that you literally could ask her any question about her life or experiences, and she would very openly share answers with you. So, and I'm so tickled to have met her through Tuber Chat. I know some of you here also I met through Tuber Chat, and I should tell you guys about that before I get out of here too. So somebody remind me to tell you all about Tuber Chat. for those that are shaking your heads going, what is Tuber Chat? What is she saying? So check out Ordered Steps. She is at 182 subscribers right now. I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that as a community, we could get her to 200 subscribers and get her a little bit farther along the road to getting the recognition and the reward that she deserves. So those are the three I want to highlight. I am going to touch on those probably each time I do a live stream, just because they are channel members. And I want that to be one of the perks of channel members, is that I'm going to get your name out there. And, so, and just an aside. So see, she's got her custom URL. When you hit the 100 subscribers mark, you can name your channel. You can give it its own name. And most people obviously would give it the name of the channel somehow in there. So now I wanted to show you guys some of my stats. This is an interesting stat to me. If you're not doing shorts, and I don't know that everybody has to do shorts, and I don't know if every genre or if every niche lends itself to shorts, but let me just tell you how shorts have helped my channel. So this is my most recent short here. It's a 24-second video. I'll let y'all watch it. This is Pippin. Pippin is like this a lot. So that's a short, 24 seconds of a short. But look what that short did for me. Let me get to... You don't get watch hour credit for shorts. So some of these shorts channels, I even wonder what's the point of that, because I don't know that they can ever be monetized, because you don't get watch time if they watch it from the shorts shelf. Now, if they're on your channel and they're going through your videos and watching, you do get credit for that. And so obviously the number of views, you can see that little short has 1,162 views. I just uploaded it on the 19th. But let me show you, from that one little 24-second short, I got 17 subscribers. So it's a great way to grow the channel if you need subscribers. And sometimes it's as easy as just pulling out little 25 or 30 second. You can have up to a minute long for shorts on YouTube. They do have to be filmed in that vertical portrait resolution. So if you've got, short lengthwise a minute or under, but it's in the landscape view, it's not going to be listed as a short. And there are a lot of people that get on YouTube and all they do is watch shorts. Obviously, 17 of those people watched that short and decided to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to hope that they'll at least look at one or two other videos that aren't shorts to help me still with watch time and, all the things that are going to matter in the end, because I'd like to turn this into a business for myself. And then I just want to share my analytics with y'all. So for those that are really curious, once you're monetized, I can just tell you, it is all about volume. You have got to get people's eyes on your videos. Obviously, the more subscribers you have, the better the odds that people are going to come and watch. So I'm sure the channels that have 1.5 million viewers, they don't have to stress about it as much. If just, 1/10 of those people want to stop in every few days and watch a video, they're going to get a lot of views and a lot of watch time. And therefore, advertisers are going to have lots more opportunities to put their little ads in front of people. So because I'm not a big channel yet, this is where I sit. As of right now, this is in the last 28 days. We just became monetized on July 4th. The first revenue, I think, happened on the 5th, maybe. Yeah. So we got, there's a little tiny bit that actually came on the 4th. And it's just, pennies per view initially. But again, that's why it has to do with volume. You want to get your videos in front of as many people as possible. So take advantage of, again, custom URLs, all the things that will help you with your marketing. Share to your Facebook pages, share to Reddit groups when there are opportunities to share. If you are a Facebook user and you can find a group a homesteading group or animal care group or, whatever group where it would be appropriate to share some videos, do that, because it's just like the old cold calling that, many a telemarketer has had to rely on. You might have to call 100 people to get that one person that's going to buy whatever it is you're selling. But if you don't call that 100 people, you may not get any buyers. So I wanted to show you my Facebook page too. So this is our RichKat Ranch Facebook page. Again, we have a home business. We tend to horses and dogs and things on other people's properties. When they have to go away, we'll water plants. Richard will mow the yard. We'll bring in their mail, all that kind of stuff. And we also board dogs in our home. So we post information about that. People can book services through the page, but I always share a link for videos. So here's the share I did for, this live stream going up today. And then this here was yesterday's Throwback Thursday video that went up. If you haven't watched that, check it out. That sweet little Rudy, a wild cottontail that we rescued. He was injured. We found him in the backyard, brought him in, loved on him, got him healthy, and released him. And then I also create shorts just for Facebook. But every Sunday, I have a compilation. I do compilation videos that include all of the shorts that were posted to our Facebook channel for the previous week. So this is I'll just start this one. I'm not going to make it go the whole way, but this will be the videos that posted to our Facebook page week before last. And typically they just feature our animals here. This is Boone and Cabo. They're becoming pretty good friends. Okay, so I won't play all of that, but again, if you have a Facebook page, you use that to your advantage. If you don't have a Facebook page, maybe consider that. It could be a nice little way to market. I'm always tickled to see which of my Facebook shorts get the most views, because I don't see a rhyme or reason to it. Turtle videos seem to be very liked on Facebook. So anything about our girl Yancy or the wild turtles that we have here. Here's a little duckling video I shared a couple of days ago. It's doing pretty well. There's the turtle video that went out whatever day that was. July 17th. And we keep people updated on the dogs that might be visiting the house, YouTube uploads. I do a short every day, or it's called a reel on Facebook. I do a reel every day. And just, you got to do a lot of the marketing yourself. I'm sure some of these big channels don't have to worry about that anymore. YouTube is reminding everybody to watch their stuff because they know they make money off of them when people watch their stuff. So, look, there's Danny's ASMR video. I still think that's a brilliant idea. I might have to borrow that idea, Danny, because I just thought it was so amazing. Anyway, so that's a little more on our RichKat Ranch page. And does anyone else have questions or tips? Anything that I don't quite have figured out? Or
so I did hear that pretty soon, just like Facebook started, they started, if somebody had like over 1,000 views on a video in a month, they were starting to invite them into their Facebook Reels program where they would start paying them money, but it was only a select few. Somebody said that they're going to start doing that with YouTube Shorts.
Well, I know I've heard too, there's a YouTube Shorts fund, but I think my impression is you still got to have a short that's getting like tens of thousands of views before you could even hope for that. And I don't know, again, the shorts I see that have those kind of views, it's not content. It's just not, like I don't do pranks and I don't do celebrity news and stuff like that. But those tend to get a lot of views. I'm perfectly happy if I don't ever make money off of shorts, because I know when I share shorts, it's just because I really do want people to get a little taste of what it's like here every day. because some of the goofy things that happen and the times we spend with our animals is so therapeutic to me that I just want people to, maybe also get that experience. I know not everybody has ducks and geese. Not everybody has horses and mules. And I know before I had ducks and geese and horses and mules, those were some of the most enjoyable things for me to watch other people's channels that had those kind of animals, or people that have big gardens. I don't have a big garden yet. I try to grow herbs year round, but until we come up with a better way to keep the ducks and geese out of a garden, I haven't had as much success beyond, a couple of pepper plants in a container that I can put on the back porch behind a fence. But let me see. Any other questions? So yes, Tony says consistency, and communitize, which I'm thinking he's meaning just, again, meeting up with people, getting involved in live chats, introducing yourself that way, and then being willing to share tips and help people along on their journey so that they're not trying to reinvent the wheel over and over and over. There really are ways to make it more enjoyable and move a little quicker. And I appreciate everyone here that has kind of pulled me along behind them as well. So I'm just worrying that I might have missed a comment that would be good to share. All right. If anyone has posted something that I missed, please repost. Again, put some kind of emoji in front of it or something so that I'll be sure and see it. Well, we have, Chris, we have Twitter and Instagram too. I've never done TikTok. We rarely, I don't even know the last time I posted anything to Twitter. And every now and then I'll post, do a cross post of a reel to Instagram. But maybe it's just that I'm not learning how to budget my time enough to be able to incorporate everything into the mix. And I don't know, I haven't done any research yet to know how that boosts just overall growth. Obviously, you would be a great person to tell us about that. Do you want to come up, Chris? Do you want to come up and say hi and talk to us about using all the different social media platforms, or as many of them as possible? Anybody else want to come up? I did want to try to keep my stream to an hour. I know it's a Friday. I'm sure you guys have things going on, or you're going to have things going on later today. We will have a foster dog coming at 7:00 this evening. We don't have any boarders until Sunday, but the family of this foster dog needed to go out of town. So we got a call and asked, could we please temporarily foster him? So we're going to get, I think he's about 15 months old. Which for a German Shepherd dog still means he's really big. But Boone is going to be thrilled, y'all, because anytime he gets a young, healthy, active dog to wrestle and chase and just play with here, he's thrilled, because Serena is old and she has trouble getting around, and she just gets annoyed with him when he tries to play with her a lot of times. So that's what'll be going on here. Tonight we'll get our temporary foster, and then Sunday, a repeat boarder will be back. In fact, that repeat boarder starred in a short. I don't know if you caught that short where I experimented with using sound effects in a short. If I can find that for you. Ooh, what is this? All right. Let's see. I don't know what that was. Nightbot is oversensitive. Yeah, I don't know yet how to program these bots. I just see them in everybody else's live streams. And so I thought, well, at least maybe it'll keep those adult site links out and stuff. But I might need to get with one of you to help me figure out how to program my bots. I have this one and the Battissimo. I don't see Battissimo here, but maybe I haven't set him up all the way yet. All right, I'm trying to get caught back up on chats. All right. So no more questions for me. No more questions for Hannah. Hannah, do you have any more questions? Anyone else you see in the chat for whom you might have a question if you see a name of a channel? Uh-oh, can y'all hear me? Hannah, did you have questions for anybody in the chat?
Sorry, it got a little chaotic on my end. So I do have to tell a quick story, and it really is kind of funny. I think that 12 Stones was there, and Danny might have been there. It was on my very first that I had, and where I was in the middle of potty training my son, and so he went to the bathroom, and he didn't know how to put his underwear and shorts back on, so he runs and jumps on Lily's lap, and all of his glory was shown to the entire world. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I couldn't post that live for a good 2 days until I figured out how to edit that small clip. But even then, I'm like, I don't know who all seen, his goods. And so just now, he went to the bathroom and ran in here. And I was like, don't lift him up. Whatever you do, don't lift him up.
And it's cute that she's sharing that story because I commented I watched a live then that she did after that incident. And in that live I was watching, Tyler came in and she asks him, Ty, are we clothed? And I thought, oh, wow. Okay. So I know there's a good mom story. I know there's got to be a good mom story behind that for her to say that. So
it's real life. I mean, really, like when you do lives, like with me, it's like you never know. Like I plan them, but then again, like there's no editing, and so like whatever happens. They're little kids, and sometimes it's like all you can do is kind of blush and shake your head and then laugh about it later.
It will be funnier as time goes by.
Yeah.
And an update for everyone. Prizes from last Friday will likely be going out on Monday. We've been waiting for our mug to come in. I really just wanted to make one trip to the post office and get it all done instead of going several different times while we were getting everything together to ship. So again, I'll be posting on the community tab once everything has been shipped. But I'm hoping for that to be on Monday. So I wanted to show you guys Tuber Chat. In case you're not familiar with it, maybe everyone in here is familiar with it because I think I've probably seen, a lot of you in it. But every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Kevin does live streams. And the whole point of his channel is just to connect people and introduce people to each other. So you'll often find other people in the homesteading community, gaming channels, mechanics, music, everything is represented there. And I've been really tickled to feel like I'm expanding my own horizons here on YouTube by meeting people outside of, niches that I would maybe think to look for. And some of those people are really becoming good friends for me and have been very, very supportive. So let me get back to my share screen. This is Tuber Chat. So this live stream right here is scheduled for 7:00 tonight. I know we've got at least one person here that's going to be doing a live, I think at 7. So if you can't stop in, no big deal. But if you are in a position to pop in for a little while, introduce yourself. Kevin will highlight people on the channel. Talk about your channel a little bit. And again, just put your name in front of people and encourage them to visit channels and subscribe when they find things that they enjoy, just to support each other. And he is just very gifted in the way he presents information. He's very knowledgeable about how YouTube works. And I just feel like it was such a huge boost for me to get involved with Tuber Chat. I'd seen it pop up, in my life or, as an upcoming video, and I didn't know what it was. And I don't know what made me finally click the link one time, but I'm so glad I did. And it looks like Shane, are you going to be featured in Kevin's live stream tonight? Is that what that's about? Is Shane still here? I'm just looking at this Great Farmer Freelance thing on this thumbnail. So you may find your channel featured. I'm trying to catch up on chat again. Oh, I see from Tony a comment. Byron at 12 Stones Ranch, did Step by Step family answer the email question? I had to step away for a few. Were you aware of an email question?
Yes, I tried to send that in, but I guess before I handed my phone off to my children, it didn't post it. My email it's for Kettle Kitchen. They were asking what my email was. It's Step by Step Family Business at gmail.com. It's actually, if you go to my underneath my about on my channel, it'll also be right there as well. I was trying to put it in the chat so you could save it, but I guess it didn't send it fast enough to where I handed my phone off.
Okay, I just posted that link. Hannah, does that look right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there's, I guess I could have put, okay, and Byron just posted it. So
thank you, Byron. You're awesome.
All right. Yes, thank you for moderating for me. There may be someone else in that moderated today, so thank you for that. I do understand how important that is, and I don't ever want to have to deal with some of the unpleasantness that comes from having unpleasant things happening in the chat. So
has that happened to you too?
Well, I haven't done a lot of lives. So last week I had people moderating for me, so there wasn't anything, but I've been in live chats where I just think, oh my gosh, why is this here?
That's whenever Byron became my moderator. It was so many unpleasant things. And I was blown away. I was like, where are these people coming from? We block them and then he'd come back and say other things. People were like, my eyes. And I'm like, I am so sorry.
Yeah, no. So far, knock on wood, unless there's something happened today that I don't know about. I wanted to show you guys, just for fun, I wanted to show you my subscriptions list. Because if you take a look, I'm going to make it big. You'll know a whole lot about me right away when you see the first things in my subscription list. American Eagle Foundation, Animal Adventure Park, Avon Lake Eagle Cam, Bald Eagles of Centerport, Bird Watching, Dale Hollow Eagle Cam, Denton Homes, Iowa, which is an Eagle Cam, Duke Farms, which is an Eagle Cam, Environmental Change Initiative, which is an Eagle Cam, ETSU Eagle Cam, Explore Birds, Bats, and Bees. This is an explore.org channel, but it's because I watch the Eagle Cams there. Explore Live Nature, there's another batch of Eagle Cams that are only on that channel for them. The Friends of Big Bear Valley Eagle Cam, Friends of the Redding Eagles, HWF, this is a Hancock Wildlife Foundation, Eagle Cam, 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 Eagle Cam. This is just a nature channel. Robert Fuller, that's a nice nature channel. Eagle Cam, Eagle Cam, Eagle Cam. And I think that's all my Eagle Cams. Although, where's my favorite? My favorite Eagle Cam. I should give them a shout out. There we go. Southwest Florida Eagle Cams. The one that got me hooked in the very beginning, Harriet and M15. The first year I started watching, she had just lost her mate like the season before, because the mate she has now, we think he probably was the reason he died. I mean, we know that the eagle died because he got in a fight. We just kind of presumed that it was M15, but M15 is just the best eagle dad out there. So if you haven't gotten hooked on the eagle cams yet, be prepared, because it's nature and sometimes some unpleasant things can happen. But for the most part, it's just a beautiful, wonderful, miraculous thing that happens. And eagles can teach us a lot about dedication and protectiveness and child rearing and teamwork, and they're fierce and loyal and just amazing creatures. So I'm gonna put a plug in for Harriet and M15 at the Southwest Florida Eagle Cam, and just be prepared. From there you might get hooked. I usually will post every fall. I'll post a big master list. I'll post an email on my YouTube that has just links for like the 35 different live streams that I enjoy watching. Hey Troy, how are you? All right, so I'm not going to keep everybody. Again, we've got lots to do. I'm sure everybody else has lots to do. Thank you for hanging out with me, Hannah. All right, I'm going to say again, y'all, please go visit Hannah's channel. Let's get her bumped up closer to 500 so she can get her community tab and start doing even more wonderful things with her channel than she's already doing. Hannah, I want to hear some singing from you at some point. If the rest of you are musically inclined as well, that is right up my alley. I want you to start sharing. I promise it blesses you as much as it might bless someone else that sees or hears what you offer and gets some kind of enjoyment out of it. So I do have another cover coming out on Monday. It might be the last one only because these are covers that I had already done and shared to my Facebook page. So I haven't had to find some time to record. And that'll also maybe motivate me to get a better setup instead of just singing into my phone, looking like I just came in from changing out the bedding in the duck yard. But we'll have one more cover at least coming out on Monday. I'm calling those Music Mondays. And then I'll just be, I'll be taking suggestions. I'll be taking requests. If there's a song you'd like me to do, it might, inspire me to get on the ball and do some more cover recording. And other than that, again, be watching for the announcement. I hope all prizes will be shipping out on Monday. And I'm going to be watching the numbers of the channels that I featured and highlighted here today. And I hope to see those numbers growing. If you are interested in being featured here when I do a live stream, please send me a message, either leave a comment in the chat down below so that I don't have to scroll through the live comments. Leave a comment once it's posted for viewing on demand afterward, or send me a Facebook message at RichKat Ranch. We are RichKat Ranch on Facebook. And I would love to let you have a little screen time as well. Tell us about yourself and your channel, where you want to go, and how we can help you do it. So will do, Byron. You guys take care. Have a safe weekend. Stay cool. Make sure you're, putting those frozen water bottles in your animals' containers outside. It is so stinking hot here. And I will look for you guys next Friday. I'm going to try to stick with a Friday at 2:00. I know that works for me. So hopefully you guys will be able to join me for some future lives. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you.
Sorry for everyone that I didn't get to greet on your way in, but I appreciate all of you being here today. It means a lot to me, and I'm just that much more motivated when I see that at least there's a handful of people somewhere in the world that might want to come and see what I'm doing on YouTube. All right, you guys take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.